The world of woke.
Now, we were just talking about the NHS and how much money the government has been putting into it and how useless the NHS has become as a result of having more money than it's ever had. But if you thought the NHS was ridiculous and if you thought that they had too much diversity, too many net zero champions and too many Twitter accounts and too many people who just didn't do anything medical, we've now got an organisation called NHS Horizons. And NHS Horizons apparently is a health service training unit which basically helps people to do the jobs that they do within the NHS. And there's a woman by the name of Helen Bevan who's come up with what can only be described as the most ridiculous idea I think I've ever heard, even for the NHS. The idea is that you should wear a poncho, but not just any poncho. It has to be a gratitude poncho. Now, what on earth is a gratitude poncho, I hear you ask? Well, I'll tell you. A gratitude poncho is a poncho that you wear that people write things on. Now, supposedly in the NHS, because everyone's kind and nice, they write nice things on the poncho. And according to Helen, she says, as a facilitator, I'm always looking out for activities to energise groups in workshops or teams. Here's one that's new to me called Gratitude Ponchos. It enables team members to find out what their colleagues most appreciate about them. And I think this would be most effective with a mature team where most people know each other. So basically, the true essence of a gratitude poncho is that you write things on somebody's poncho like, you're my hero, and you're brilliant, and thank you, and God bless you. Well, that may not be allowed because it's got a reference to God. But I mean, it really is. People draw apparently smiley faces on them. Sometimes even a tear or two. And this, of course, is all due, supposed to raise awareness for your friends that you work with. And it's supposed to make sure that you are loved in your work. Well, why don't you just get on with doing the job instead of wearing a gratitude poncho? I said to Kevin O'Sullivan this morning that if he put one on, or I did, people might write some things which weren't quite so nice. You never know. But you've got to be honest, haven't you? No point in having a gratitude poncho if you're not going to be honest. But these are the most ridiculous things that clog up the NHS. It's why the NHS doesn't work, because everybody's so busy going around trying to make sure they all appreciate each other. I mean, it really is quite extraordinary and ridiculous, and more infantilisation of people. If you work in the NHS, just do your job, right? That's the world of woke.
The world of woke.